what you'd like to see?
Yeah, well, I don't know if he'll get to the American League. He has to clear waivers, and if he does, we're sending him down there, get a lot of minutes, get his game back, pace, execution, confidence, and find his way back here.
Can you sort of relate to the people, like he's a veteran guy, he's played the league a long time. It must be hard to be the head coach that has to deliver that news.
Yes, it is. Peter delivered that news. The manager sat with him, but obviously our staff and organization discussed it, and it's not an easy thing for anybody in the organization, from ownership all the way down, but it's something that we believe needed to be done, and we think that he's a great asset and will be a very good asset. Works on his game a little bit, gets some confidence, and then be ready to go.
Right now with the younger players, Davidson and stuff, playing better.
I would say that's fair.
Is this something that, I mean, often on teams, I mean, a guy with a one-way deal or a long-term deal, their spots are somewhat in stone. Did you make it clear early that the guys who were playing best were going to be in this lineup? I mean, this.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. We have to look at where we're at as an organization, what phase we're in, how we're going to develop players moving forward with the ultimate goal of winning. And if you're playing now, you better be contributing. And if you're not, somebody else is going to take your job. And I think I talked earlier in the year about the ability to push from underneath, and we're slowly seeing that. You look at Pac and JJ, the impact that they've had on our team, and we've got healthy guys coming back. We have some internal competition right now, which is really good for our organization. And that's where we're at.
When training camp started, Brandon Davidson was kind of like this afterthought. He kept hanging around. We thought it was just for numbers, apparently not. What did you see really early on in him that kind of made?
Well, one, I thought he could skate. Two, he was as competitive a player as we had on the blue line, which was a really good thing to see. He does play with a physical edge. He has some size. He's a pretty good penalty killer, and we feel confident when he's on the ice. And I think his game is showing that. We've been able to all watch him grow and develop from the beginning of the year till Christmas. And he didn't even start in our lineup. Now he's forced his way in every night. Missed a couple games recently because of injury, not because of play.
Todd, you probably know the San Jose players still maybe better than your group because you were there for so long. They've lost four straight. You're 4 points behind them. What is it about their top six with Couture coming back that they do so well that you have to be leery of it?
Well, they are those top six. From Jumbo on down are elite National Hockey League players. They're not bottom six guys. They don't filter around from moving from the third line on up. They're elite. Their skill set, their approach to the game, their competitiveness. They are very, very good players, and they have a lot of experience. They know how to handle certain situations, play on both sides of the puck, drive that team. They carry that team. They have for a long time, and I'm sure they'll continue to do it.
Forward defense, you like him better in defense, or where did you like him better?
I like Burnsy in both situations.
Todd, they've with the injury to Vlasic, they're really down to, based on minutes played, they're down to 4 defensemen that Peter Boer really uses. They played last night. Burns has played 30 minutes the last few games. Can you attack a defense that's maybe a little bit fatigued? Is forecheck more aggressive? Is there ways to go after a group that's potentially fatigued?
Well, that's the plan. It's executing the plan. I think of possession right off the bat, and that's face-offs. And I know that team. They're very good. They're either 1 or 2 in the league right now. So to go after a tired team, it's nice to have the puck and be putting it in certain areas to get after them. If you don't have the puck, they in turn are getting let off the hook. So face-offs are going to be important. Puck placement. If I remember correctly, I thought we played well in San Jose when I was still with that team on back-to-backs because of the experience and positioning and that type of stuff. So they're going to come and play. They won't be tired.
Todd, with Mark going down on waivers, do you anticipate calling another defenseman up here?
Well, Farron skated today, so he's getting closer to being healthy, and we'll stick with the 7 that we have today and discuss things tomorrow.
John, regarding tonight, do you think it'll all be strange? And if so, what do you think might be maybe the weirdest part about or intriguing part about facing your old club for the first time after all?
Well, it's different. It's, you know, I can downplay, but it's different. You know, I probably know that team better than I know our team here in Edmonton right now, at least personally, family-wise, what a lot of those players and individuals have gone through. So you know, I was invested with them. And so that's a little bit different. But once, you know, again, cliche, once it gets going, we have a responsibility here to continue on with a good home streak, to play good hockey, and to beat a very good hockey club. And that's where our focus will be.
Your team is dealing with success, well, obviously a lot better than earlier in the season. Why do you think that is?
I think we are starting to get things in place a little bit more. I don't think early in the year we got comfortable or we got cocky or arrogant by any means. We're not at that. Early in the year, if we won one or two, we're still trying to get our systems in place. We're trying to figure out players. I think we're a little more set right now, if that makes any sense, with how we want to play certain situations. So we're playing better in those areas. But big test for us tonight, and expect us to pass it.
Thank you. Thanks, Todd.